I have my thing because I can't see it. But hi, my name is Bella. I'm a freshman and my major is animal science slash pre-vet. An interesting fact about me is I have 11 cats. I have to say of my own because not a lot of people believe that like I have 11, and so I have to like scroll through my phone and like find all the pictures of them. And some interests of mine include animal welfare and animal rights. And I was originally going to be a theater kid. My freshman year I started it, but I had done like sports and stuff instead, so that kind of took up most of my time, so I didn't really get to do stuff like that. But aside from like sports and stuff, my compassion for animal care led me down a different road, so this is what I want to do. I'm like certain I want to do this. Some advice on how to become a successful learner. For me, what works for me is to ask questions, to be 110% sure about like whatever you need information on. For me, I have to be like certain about stuff, so I like don't second guess myself, and I think that works a lot. And to like say if you have to turn in something, turn it in earlier than it's supposed to. Like say if you have something like 5 days ahead of time, do it, and then you'll have like 4 other days to not have to worry about it. And I wouldn't say notes particularly, because I know a lot of people don't like taking notes. I think it works for me, but it's a certain system I have when I take notes, and I think it works for me like that. Yeah. One film I believe everyone should watch is called Dancing in the Dark. It's not a lot of people like musicals. I like musicals a lot, but I don't know, not a lot of people like watch movies or films anymore because they're all on like TikTok and stuff like that. But I watch a lot of movies, so, and especially like musicals and stuff. And so this one's it's a 2000 psychological tragedy film, and it stars the Icelandic musician Björk. It was written and directed by Lars von Trier. Björk plays Selma, who's a factory worker who's losing her eyesight, and she uses her musical daydreams as a coping mechanism to deal with the harsh realities of her life, which include her failing eyesight and her struggles financially to pay for her son's surgery so he doesn't have the same fate. The film contrasts the convention of traditional Hollywood musicals by using Selma's optimistic fantasies and twisting it with the realities of her life. The film particularly means a lot to me because it critiques society, particularly the treatment of immigrants and the feeling of the failing American healthcare system. The title of the musical can be interpreted metaphorically as engaging in like an activity without having clear understanding of or direction. There was one particular scene in the film where Selma and Bill are sitting down and they talk about their love of musicals. She explains how she doesn't like the final song in musicals because they all like they go out in a bang, like they do like the biggest best song in the finale. And she exclaims how when she was younger, she would leave the theater before the musical ended so she didn't have to see it. So she didn't have to see the ending. I find the acting in the scene to be very intimate, and the cinematography and shots of the scene show how deep their actings are in the scene. Specifically, the scene speaks to me because the shots zoom in on her and Bill's face and show expressions of how deep and in thought she was while reminiscing the past when she was little. I think the film talks a lot about things mentally and internally that most of us deal with and we don't express it, and the society we live in and how everything works around us doesn't always work in our favor. So, yeah.